Fuck going on. Just be better. Always strive to be better at everything, every aspect in life. You should start by focusing and honing in on one certain goal that you want to accomplish and better yourself in that. But overall, your life every single year should get better in some sort of way, in some type of way. You should never digress. You should never do that. I mean, some years it happens, you know? But if it happens, you got to go harder next year. And you got to stop, being fucking giving yourself excuses to why you're not where you want to be. You're not where you want to be because of yourself. And that's it. You're not where you want to be because of you. You are the person that determines where you end up. That's the God honest truth. So why are you not there? Ask yourself that and reflect on that. Why are you not there? Is it because you've been fucking around? Chasing the hoes? The hus? Fuck are you doing, bro? I understand there's a time and place for hoes. But if you're not where you want to be, that time is not now, bud. That time is not now. You got to go hard in this shit. You got to really want it. Most people don't actually want it. They say they want it, but they don't actually want it. If they truly wanted it, it would be exactly where they want it to be. Or at least making moves to where they want to be. Seeing little progress in that direction to where they want to be in life. You should always strive to be better. Financially, in your relationships, everything, every aspect of life, continually, until you die. You can't ever settle and get comfortable. That will ruin you as a man. That will ruin you every single time over. Especially if you want to be a parent in the future. If you're not a parent yet and you want to be a dad in the future, you got to be better than you are right now. You're not the father that your son could look up to right now. And that's all right. You know what I mean? This shit takes time. But you got to make moves to get to that position in life. You got to make moves to where you want to be in every single aspect. The easiest thing that you could start doing to change your life is working out. Going to the gym. If you don't work out and you're a man and you're 18 or above, I'll give you a little slack if you're under 18. Fuck it, you can't get to the gym. I started going when I was 17, so I can't say shit. So 18 plus, if you're not going to the fucking gym you don't even gotta go every day. At least 5 times a week, what are you doing? You have the best opportunity to build yourself. It builds so many aspects of your life. It builds inner confidence, outer confidence, because you're going to look better. You're going to feel better naturally if you go every day and you see the results. You're going to understand the concept of delayed gratification, which is very important to make any sort of progress in life, in business, in maybe your work field, in school, whatever it is that you want to endeavor in. You need to learn what delayed gratification means. We're so used to instant gratification that we forget we forget the benefits of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the best thing you could ever fucking experience in life. You will be so fucking fulfilled when you get to that, when you reach the point that you always wanted to get to, and it took you years, and you grinded that shit out. That's going to be the best feeling in the world. If you just get it like that, Yeah, it might feel good in the moment, but you're not going to appreciate it as much. You're not going to appreciate it as much. You appreciate the journey in life. You start to appreciate the journey and understand the journey and understand the position in life that you're in right now is the best position you could be in. Like, be very grateful for where you are and where you are, where you know you want to go and you're going to be. Eventually, you're going to get there. If you're an ambitious person, you're going to get to that point if you work towards it day in and day out, no matter what. So yeah, every single aspect of life you have to get better in. And you can start with your fitness journey. Start doing that. And then you start to see results in the gym. And you're like, damn, I want to apply this to other aspects of my life and try to get better in this. Maybe you're a little bit shy. You don't know how to talk to women, or you don't know how to talk in social groups or whatever. You start to work on that. Start to build that confidence. And understand that shit takes time. Shit takes time. You know? A lot of the reason that I am what I am right now, I'm not shit, you know? But looking back, I've came a long way from where I was because I started to want to be better. I used to be fat as hell, right? When I was young, maybe like 10 to 13, I was overweight as shit. I had titties and all that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. People would call me fat all the time. Yo, do you need a bra? Like shit like that. So I said, fuck that. And I lost the weight. And I was like skinny fat at this point. I wasn't going to the gym. I was just maybe, you know, running more and shit like that. Like whatever I could control, I was doing. I was eating less. I was really like being more conscious about that shit. And I was skinny fat. And then, you know, even though I got better and progressed, I was like, okay, fuck that. I want more. You have to always be in the mindset that you want more. Be grateful for where you get to, but always want more. Always strive for more. Understand the point that you're at, but always strive for more. So yeah, I was skinny fat, and I was like, damn, like even when I have my shirt on, it still kind of looks like I have titties because I had like puffy nipples, and I was just so like self-conscious about it still. Even though I was skinny, I was like, no, fuck it, like I gotta go harder. So then they had a weightlifting class in instead of PE. Like you could go down to, they had this little fucking janky ass weight room in the basement, and yeah, so I started to go there and started to learn different things. They would teach us how to do certain movements and how to eat and all this shit. Motherfucker, I started to go crazy in that shit. Even though I wasn't doing much, I felt like I was, you know, making progress and really going hard every single morning. Bro, I would come into school and it would be my first period. I would work out, and then I would bring a protein shake to school. This shit was disgusting. I'd bring a protein shake to school. That shit be like chunky as hell. Shake it up, chug it after my workout, and then I would have art class right after. And they had sinks in the art class. So then like right when the bell rings at the end of art class, I would run to the sink and try to like wash out the fucking cup so it wouldn't get all fucked up. And my teacher would get pissed and all that, whatever. But I was doing everything I could at the time to be better. Little psychotic, little retarded. Because I definitely like smelled throughout the fucking day or some shit. Even though I probably had the Axe body spray on me, I probably still smelled. You know, I was still socially awkward, like, but gym progress. Stick to one thing at a time. So gym progress, I started to make a little bit of gains. I was only really doing like bicep curls, and that's really it. I had a fucking half hour to work out every morning, but I was seeing little progress, and I started to get leaner, and I wasn't skinny fat anymore. I was kind of like skinny, but a little bit shredded. And I was pretty satisfied with that at the time, for sure. But then I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, but I could be better. I remember my friend, I'm not going to say his name, but shout out to him. I remember my friend at the time, we'd have, we followed each other on Instagram. It was my boy. And this motherfucker, he was a swimmer, and he had six-pack abs. Like he had, like, the ideal, like, body that you look at when you're in high school, and you're like, yo, how the fuck? So then, you know, you see people bigger than you still, and then you try to strive for that and get, like, a little bit competitive and keep going. So then around this time, I was 17, and that's when I got my first fucking gym membership. And started going crazy in there. And that's when I started to really look good, because I started looking up YouTube videos on how to train, what splits to do, eating. I was just eating fucking everything in sight. I worked at McDonald's at the time, so I would, shout out to them, I would take so much fucking food and eat that shit at the end of my shift every single fucking day. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, I was a crew trainer, so, like, I was allowed to do that, kind of. I got away with a lot of shit, but fuck it. But, yeah, I would pretty much, bro, I was eating so much McDonald's every fucking day, which I don't advise, but it helped me start to gain weight, and that was my first, like, bulk, I guess you could say. Like, I was just trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And, yeah, so then I started to get bigger. When I first started, oh, man. When I first started, I was about 110 or 115 pounds my senior year of high school. Because I remember we did a PE assessment, and they do your weight, height, how many push-ups you could do, how many burpees you could do, shit like that. And I remember I was 110 or 115 pounds, and everyone around me was like 140, 150. And I was like, yo, how? What the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm skinny. So then I got to work and started eating all that fucking McDonald's every single day, and then riding my bicycle. Well, going home, I don't remember. I think I'd go home, change, shower, all that shit, and then I would ride my bike home and train. I would ride my bike home and change and all that shit, and then I would hop back on my bicycle and go to the fucking gym. Like, I was just so, like, determined in my brain, like, oh, this is what I had to do. Like, I love this shit. And it was just fun, but so yeah, I started making gains in that regard. And then I realized, like, yo, I got bigger. Like, I was maybe like 130 pounds at this point. I was like chubby as fuck. So I was like, okay, let's see, how do we cut? How do people look so big and shredded? Like, I didn't understand the concept of bulking and cutting. I was just kind of winging it, and I ended up bulking. And then I was like, okay, let's at this point, let's try to cut. So then I just fucking got rid of my calories and cut down calories. Like, I kept learning and bettering myself and this and that, right? But every single phase, I appreciated where I was at, and I got better. And now at this point, I'm like mid bulk right now, almost at the end of my bulk. I started at 135. Right now I'm like 160 pounds, which isn't a lot at all. I eventually want to get to 200 pounds, but I'm only like, sorry, the fucking camera cut out. But yeah, I want to get to 200 pounds, and I'm only 5'6", 5'7". So yeah, I'll eventually do a cut again and keep just trying to get better. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'll end up with my fitness journey, but I'm enjoying the journey right now. I'm enjoying everything I'm going through right now. In school, I used to have no confidence, and I had acne on my face. I had braces. I had braces for like 7 fucking years. 7 years. I had a tongue crypt. This thing called a tongue fucking crypt. I could barely talk. I I had a lisp. I still maybe kind of have one, I don't fucking know. But I had like a huge one, so it's hard for me to talk. I had braces. I had acne. I was just like, I needed to get better in every single way. You know, I wasn't comfortable with who I was. And that's not a bad thing if you realize, you know, shit, that's time to get better. I'm not happy with who I am right now. I'm gonna strive for that shit, you know? And know that that shit is going to take time. That shit is going to take time. That shit is going to take years and years and years. If you want to do something great, that shit is going to take a fucking decade to manifest itself. There's a learning phase. There's a trial and error phase. There's an action phase. There's a, oh shit is working phase. And a keep going phase. Like, there's so many phases in this journey of getting better. You have to get better in every single aspect. That's the only way to truly find any type of happiness within yourself. If you wonder why you're upset with your life, you have to reflect. You have to look at what you're doing wrong, what you're not doing, what you think you're doing and you're not doing, and really lock in on that shit. For once, lock in on that shit. Yeah. You have to. You have to. This shit is life or death, man. This shit is no fucking game. It's really not. And you never know when your time is up. So you have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy the people that you meet along the way. And some people will come and go, but appreciate the time you had with them. Appreciate that, like, you were able to meet them in the first place, and you learn lessons through yourself, through people. You have to always keep learning. This shit doesn't stop. You have to keep learning and bettering yourself. You have to keep learning to become the best leader you possibly can, right? Especially if you want to take care of your family and take care of the people around you. You gotta be better than you are right now. You have to be better. That's the only fucking way to greatness, and just consistently have a happy fucking life. You know what I mean? The better you become, the more better things you're going to attract. You're going to attract the right people around you, especially if you develop good habits, better habits. Get rid of the fucking vices. You're not a fucking baby. Get rid of the vices, one by one, step by step. And eventually, you get better with everything. Like, if I look back overall, I've gotten so much better than what I was years ago. But I still know I could do so much better. So, keep going. Keep going. Always keep going. No matter what point you're at, keep going. That is also how greats are born. You know? There's something different with them. They're wired different. They have to keep going no matter how many times they fail, no matter what. They keep going. And even when they do great, they keep going. Because they love what they do and they want to keep going. You know? So yeah. That's probably some of the best advice I could really give you. Just be better than you were yesterday. Be better than you were a year ago. And really work on that shit. Really actively think about what you're doing in your life right now. How to fix certain shit. And how to change and better certain shit. Yeah. That's really it, man. Love you guys. It's another one. Peace.